morning, good Friday morning, everyone. It's the 23rd day of December, and what a morning it has been. Let's do a relatively quick update for you this morning, get you set for the rest of the day and what to expect as we go into the true holiday weekend. The snow came hot and heavy this morning with a very rapid temperature drop. I'm recording this video at a little before 10 a.m. We're kind of in the wind down phase now in terms of actual snowfall. The snow is let up. It's pretty light in most of our area right now, and actually a lot of the snow is going to try to just completely pivot out for a time this afternoon. This afternoon, not much snow will fall from the sky, but there'll be a lot of blowing snow out there this afternoon. Let's take a look at the air temperatures, because that's part of the story. These are the actual air temperatures. We're pretty close to the 0-degree mark in most of eastern Ohio and getting pretty close to that in western PA. It's 6 below. That's the air temperature out in Columbus this morning. It's going to keep getting colder over the next several hours. We'll probably bottom out a couple of degrees below zero by the midday and afternoon for today. I can show you the wind chills because they are mighty impressive when you factor in wind gusts of up to 40 to 45 miles per hour. We have wind chills looking like this, mostly in the 10 to 25 degree below zero range. Right now, 30 to 35 below in central and western Ohio, and we could see a 30 degree below zero wind chill before the day is through, and the wind is going to be an issue all the way into tonight. It's been just a very dramatic temperature change across the area. These are 24-hour temperature change numbers. I'm going to move my cursor around here. In a lot of the Ohio Valley into the lower Great Lakes, 40 to 50 degree temperature drops since the mid-morning hours on our Thursday. Today is Friday. All right, so when you look at 6-hour chunks in terms of the temperature drop, this temperature drop that we experienced from 3 a.m. to 9 a.m. this morning at the airport, the biggest 6-hour temperature drop on record for the month of December, and it's not even close. We dropped 35 degrees at the airport. Second place, 28 degrees. Now, this is just for December. For any date, this 35-degree temperature drop is about the third biggest 6-hour temperature drop on record officially at the Youngstown Warren Airport. We did officially experience blizzard conditions for a time this morning. Generally speaking, the definition of a blizzard used by most people is when you have wind gusts or sustained winds of 35 miles per hour or greater, and visibility a quarter of a mile or less for 3 consecutive hours. And we had that this morning during the 6, 7, and 8 o'clock hours, again at the Youngstown Warren Airport, where the visibility was as low as an eighth of a mile for a good chunk of the early morning. Now, the wind has been bad. It could actually get a little bit worse before it gets better. Now, the snow is improving, and we're not going to see much in the way of additional accumulation for the rest of the day today. But what we're looking at in this model, let me give you a better view of this. We're looking at the winds upstairs a few thousand feet above our heads, and they're actually going to get a little bit stronger over the next several hours. This low-level jet, screaming winds a few thousand feet above our heads. You know, you get into some of these kind of tans and browns from I-80 on north especially. You're talking about winds of 50, 60 plus miles per hour, even 70 plus miles per hour, just a few thousand feet above our heads. That wind energy can get translated down to the surface fairly easily. And so it's possible that we'll see a 50 plus mile per hour gust before the afternoon is through. And you see that in some of the high-res modeling here. I'm showing you a high-res model all the way into early this evening. The winds could actually not reach their zenith, if you will, or the most consistent gusts of 45 or 50 until we get towards sunset and maybe a little beyond early this evening. The wind will stay up throughout tonight into the overnight, even into our Saturday, but probably not as consistently high as they'll be later on today. All right, let's talk about the snow aspect of this. The snow is tapered off in most spots this morning. We have a little light snow, but we aren't looking at much in the way of additional accumulation for the rest of today, and actually a good chunk of tonight as well, in our television viewing area anyway. Yes, there's going to be some flurries around, some snow showers as well. In areas of extreme northern Trumbull and northern Mercer, you could probably still get some small additional accumulations. For the rest of us, it's mostly just blowing snow and plenty of wind for the rest of the day with some flurries here and there. As we go into the night tonight, the lake effect hose will be aimed at western New York up towards Buffalo, where they're just going to get absolutely buried with feet and feet of snow. For us, it'll be relatively snow-free for a lot of the night tonight. Flurries, blowing snow, fiercely cold outside all night. Don't go out if you don't have to. As we go into the day Saturday, I think there'll be a little bit of an uptick in the flurry and snow shower activity tomorrow morning. Now, this isn't going to be as intense as what we had this morning, but once again, with it as cold as it will be, every flake of this can stick. And so we'll have to watch for slick conditions at times Saturday morning, both from what happened today, because road treatment's fairly ineffective. Everything that's slick right now is probably going to try to stay pretty slick for today and into tonight, into tomorrow. But then tomorrow morning, we'll probably get some small additional accumulations with some light snow and some flurries around. So keep that in mind if you'd be doing some traveling on Christmas Eve. Particularly in the morning, some light snow can fall from the sky, and all day long, any surface can still be slick. When it's in the single digits, road treatment, especially salt, does not work particularly well. As we fast forward into Saturday night and Christmas Day on Sunday, there's probably going to be some flurries around lake effect aimed at Erie, just south of Buffalo, into parts of Ashtabula County as well. And for us, I think there'll be some flurries here and there on Christmas Sunday, particularly in areas around and north of I-80, and everywhere it is going to be windy and it's going to be cold, but hang in there. Let's talk about some good news briefly at the end of this video. Pretty dramatic warm-up is coming our way between now and New Year's. This is a blend of modeling, and so it's possible this could be even a little bit conservative. I guess I wouldn't be surprised if we saw temperatures getting well up into the 50s at the very end of the year and into New Year's Day next Sunday. So a big thaw is coming, but boy, are we in the deep freeze through Christmas and even through Monday morning and afternoon. We probably don't see freezing again, I should say, until the middle of next week. So bottom line, be very careful. Don't travel if you don't have to today. If you do have to travel, if you have to go to work today and tonight and tomorrow, just plan on it being a very slow go of it. Be prepared to just take your time and don't slam on your brakes. If you find yourself skidding a little bit, just let off the accelerator. Don't slam on your brakes. That can be some of the worst advice you can get, is slamming on your brakes if you start to skid. Give the plows plenty of room to do their work. They're going to get to everyone eventually. We haven't seen a huge accumulation of snow, and we didn't expect one, but everything is real slick because we saw that flash freeze, a couple of inches of snow in some spots, and this stuff is not going anywhere until the middle of next week. All right, I'll have more updates on social media throughout the day. Make it a great rest of your day, and if you're not going to be checking in on the weather quite as frequently over the next couple of days, Merry Christmas to you and to yours.